Hi everybody, this is Property with Leonard and welcome to another episode. Now on this channel, as you know, we discuss property, finance and investments. Now please note that none of my videos constitutes as financial advice, but if you're looking for financial advice, please speak to an accredited and registered financial advisor. Now this is the second video in my home security series and in this video I'm going to share with you some tips and advice on how to keep your home safe, specifically when you are not in it. And this could mean you going on holiday, for instance, or merely dropping off the kids at school, or going to just a shop around the corner. In the first video, I shared with you 10 essential security tips for new homeowners when you're moving into your new home in your new neighborhood. And I'll leave a link to that episode in the description below. Or as you know by now, you can just click on the banner on top. It should take you to that episode, and I would advise you to go watch that one in conjunction with this one. You've worked hard for what you have, so it's important that you do your best to safeguard not only yourself or your loved ones, but also your belongings, of course. And that's why it's so important that you remain security conscious, because criminals and thieves in general, they need a very small window of opportunity to strike, and they seldom miss, as many of you can attest to. Opportunistic crime is on the rise, specifically in South Africa, and has become the norm these days. And that's the sad reality of the times that we live in. You know, break-ins and burglaries, they increase during the time when you are not physically around to keep an eye on your home and your belongings. So if you're going away, go sensibly. That's important. Now please note that, as I mentioned in my previous video, that this video is for information purposes only. There's of course no guarantee that you won't fall victim, even if you apply all these things that I will be sharing with you today in this episode. So keep that in mind. If this is your first time joining us, firstly, welcome to you. And if you like this type of content and like what I will be sharing with you, can I kindly ask you, if you haven't, to please subscribe to my channel, to like this video and to share it, and leave me a comment in the comment section below. And as usual, it's good for you to like, share and subscribe. Those things are good for the YouTube algorithms, and that way we will grow and we will be able to reach more people who you and I know can benefit from the contents of these videos. So the very first thing on my list is your house alarm. I would strongly advise that you get one if you don't have an alarm already. You know, an alarm is a very good deterrent. Just remember to always arm the alarm as well, because it's no use you have one and it's not armed. And also, alarm companies, they normally put up a sign at your house or your premises to warn potential thieves that there is an alarm. That's a very good deterrent, as I mentioned. And don't forget to check your alarm, that the beams and the alarm in general is working. The security companies, they always encourage us to regularly test the alarm, and that's for good reason. The way that you test the alarm is you would contact your service provider and tell them you'd like to test the alarm, and then they will put you in like a test mode. So you would activate the alarm, check that all the zones that it detects you, and the same with all the beams around the house, and also check your panic buttons. That's also important, and not just the remote panic buttons, but also those static ones that you find in your home, normally close to the main access doors. And you should also get your alarm serviced, just in general, if you haven't done so for a while. And secondly, don't tell the world that you are going on holiday by announcing it on social media. You know, so many of us are guilty of this. So please remember that. I mean, people they can track you, because often what people do, they will check in at different locations. So potential thieves, and they are lurking everywhere, they will be very much aware of where you are at a certain and specific point in time. So my advice is, do tell your security company and make sure that they have a set of keys or know who has one. I mean, that's obviously in order for them to gain access to your property in case something goes wrong. And that just there is another conundrum, and I know where you are going with this one. And let me just say, you just have to trust somebody. You just have to. And also, if you have a post box at your gate or outside your house, Organize for a friend or a neighbor to stop by and collect your mail, because mail that's built up is a sure sign that homeowners, you are away, you're not at home. Another piece of advice that I would like to share with you is something as simple as installing a timer switch to your lights so that the lights can go on and off automatically. And this one is very helpful because it creates the illusion that someone is home, and that's always a good idea. You can also consider, think about it, employing a home sitter, or perhaps ask someone that you trust to pop in daily, or perhaps every alternative day, just to stay for a while, and once again just to create the illusion that someone is home. So just another tip. You might think that drawn curtains are more secure, but they're also a giveaway to those who might be checking out your house. And as I mentioned earlier, they're always lurking. Leave some open if you can, because the more normal your home look, the better. I just want to remind you, to those who might think that these tips are just over the top, they're unnecessary, fueling paranoia. Well, criminals are professionals. This is what they do, and don't underestimate them. And also remember not to pack your car in full view of the street. So be more discreet about it. It's pretty obvious, but many of you might be guilty of it, or you are doing it without even realizing what you are doing. You are announcing to the whole street and everybody else that you are, something's happening. You might be going on holiday, or you going away for some time. So don't do that. And another piece of advice that I would like to share with you, it just makes your home safer, and obviously it might also save you a couple of bucks here and there, is to disconnect all essential electronics, and you can unplug even your remote garage door, and that makes it much harder for thieves to gain access. And also, just in case, put irreplaceable items and important documents in a safe deposit box. It's always better to be safe than sorry, and you know that. And of course, it goes without saying that you need home contents cover, home contents insurance, for absolute peace of mind while you are away. I've done an episode on insurance. I'll leave a link to that episode in the description below. As you know by now, just click on the link on top. It should take you to that episode. And it's important that you have that insurance, because it will not only give you peace of mind, but just in case something happens, you would be able to know that you are covered and it could be replaced. That's it for this episode in our security series, everybody. In the next video, I will be talking about the do's and don'ts of home security. And if you don't want to miss out on that one, please ensure that you subscribe to my channel, that you like this video, and importantly, click the all notifications, and that way you will be notified and you won't miss out whenever I upload that episode or any other episodes in the future. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you in the next episode. Stay blessed.